This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
To a new edition of Entertainment Hour here on the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am James Gonzalez, of course. I'll be steering the ship today, hoping that there is an iceberg out there somewhere in the dark. To the side of me is Crispy Bacon, and then below us, but certainly not below us, is Randy, aka Dragon Viper. You can catch both of these guys on Between the Ropes, among other programs here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. We'll have Morning Tailgate, me and Chris with others, Tim and Brandon, Sunday morning, previewing all the NFL games. Week 13, Chris, is that right already?
Yeah, 13.
Jeez, flown by. Monday, of course, will be C2C at night. Tuesday, game night. Wednesday, sports hour, hopefully. Thursday, kicking it. And then Friday, we'll be back here with Entertainment Hour, hopefully with some great news. How's everybody doing? Start with Chris.
Doing good. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I know today day late, but I guess it's kind of you can count Black Friday in that. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and hope everybody had a good holiday week.
A day late, a buck short, and I'm writing the report. Dragon Viper, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Just, exhausted. Been a very long week, and, especially Thanksgiving. And, it's like what Chris said. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And yeah, doing okay, though.
It's like the only reason I wore this shirt because of, Halloween and Thanksgiving. It all just blends in the same thing. I'm sick of pie. I've had 3 pieces of pie the last 2 days. I am done with pumpkin pie. It's the only time I have pie when you really think about it. Oh, I think we're all stuffed. We had some unfortunate news. Chuck Worley, the host of so many game shows, but mostly known for Love Connection, passed away. I believe it was Monday, I want to say, Chris, you sent me that, or Tuesday? I think it was Monday. Passed
Sunday. It was Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I think at 82 or 83 years of age. He was born back in March of 41 in Kentucky, of all places. Originally, he had his sights set on a career in music, but he changed had a change of heart when he joined the Navy. 2 years of military service. He attended college in Kentucky, and then he was a sales rep. He moved to Nashville, and he formed a rock band named Avant Garde. He had a daughter, and he adopted a son from his first marriage, and 1 daughter from his second marriage, and 2 boys from his third marriage. So he went all the way around. Of course, on Love Connection, we always remember the 2 and 2. We'll be back in 2 and 2. I've used that so many times on things. That was always his hand signal before each commercial break of 2 digits. And then according to himself, he mentioned with Love Connection, he passed away, he was 83 years of age, thank you. When his show was canceled, it started in 83, I think it went into the 90s, 22,000 couples met on the show. There were a total of 29 marriages, 8 engagements, and 15 children. I don't know if that's true or not, but according to him, he was there for the whole thing, so I'd have to believe it. He was a host of Wheel of Fortune back in 1975 or the 70s.
The original host.
That's what I thought. Yeah, the original host. He missed a week, and Alex Trebek subbed for him. And of course, he went on to do, other shows like Jeopardy. And then I found out when he died, he did a bunch of shows during the day. There were so many he did that I found out that I didn't know. He worked a total of 39 days per year while hosting Love Connection. So that was interesting to note how these things.
So what? He worked a month a year or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Jeopardy. You try to film it all like 40, 50 days, and you have episodes for the whole year, basically. Or not the whole year. Usually they take, I would say, a total of a month off, but they spread it out probably. But, okay, let's see. He was also, so I remember him. He used his voice and his personality on the Cleveland Show for an episode. I do remember that one. He was also on Scrubs for an episode, Sister and Sister, Melrose Place, 227, Chips, one of my favorite shows. He was on that. But you remember him mostly for the Love Connection, being the host on that. So guys, I don't know if you guys known of him, but I'll start with Randy. Did you know of him?
Actually, the only thing that came to mind when I even heard of this was, I knew he was a game show host. I just couldn't remember. And then all of a sudden, I looked it up, and Love Connection, it kind of clicked on, that's possibly where I've heard of him from as a show host. But I didn't know he was the original person of Wheel of Fortune. I actually thought Pat Sajak was, but no, I guess not. So, but yeah, and he even did Scrabble when they had it in 84 to 90, and then again in 93. So yeah, I mean, Love Connection was pretty much the only thing I can remember, and I'm even envisioning it now. Kind of off and on would watch it because it was on Game Show Network when my stepmom's mom used to live with us, and she would watch Game Show Network like constantly, like almost like 24 hours.
I did too. Yeah.
So yeah, I do remember him being on that. So I mean, he did a lot in his life. I mean, 83. That's an age that shows that you possibly have done a lot. So, and he sure did.
Yeah, it seemed like that way, and I want to go back and try to find some old episodes of Wheel of Fortune or Scrabble. I used to watch a lot of game shows. I don't anymore, but I'm down to go do it for sure. Crispy Bacon, did you know of him? And
oh yeah,
did you have any words?
It's sad we lost another game show legend and just a celebrity in general. I kind of remember him from the game show that was on in 99 or 90s. Greed, yeah. That's
I
did. You can find those on YouTube.
Yeah, I gotta go back and see it.
And then you Dragon Viper, you're talking about Game Show Network. I remember also him from Lingo. Kind of like, that word game where you try to figure out what the word is and you spell it out and it'll tell you, yeah, that letter's correct, but the other ones are maybe misplaced. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check
like
that out. So much he did. He's right in the category of kind of Trebek.
Or Seacrest.
Now, yeah, it seems like Seacrest is following the. What is he doing now? I totally forgot.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay, yeah, I haven't seen it. but he took over for Sajak, I'm guessing.
He did.
Sajak was there, I think, almost 40 years, I want to say. I don't know if he made it to 40, but it was darn close.
It was like 43 years.
Oh, he did? Okay. That's what I wondered. All right, so that was unfortunate news, so definitely rest in peace, Chuck Worley there. Some other news, so I guess follow along if you want. Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, by the way, they have a new album out, so, excuse me, I might go check that out, but there's a theory that him and Bill Burr may be related. They look just the same. Corgan made an appearance on the Howie.
Ancestry.
There could be that too. But he made an appearance on Howie Mandel Does Stuff podcast. I never knew. Everyone's got a podcast, I guess. But he pointed out how much they looked like each other. Corgan recounted how his stepmom once shared a belief that Burr could be his long lost half brother. He said, quote, about 10 years ago, one of my brothers was having a birthday party and my stepmom was there, who was obviously married to my father. And my stepmother said to me, do you know who Bill Burr is? He recalled it. Now, at that point, I never heard of Bill. I don't know who he was. I didn't know he was a comedian or anything. He could have been a guy down the street. She said, he's this comedian. And I think I even somehow called up a picture of him on the phone, and I noticed right away, geez, he kind of looks like my father. So he also mentioned Bill Burr looks more like my father than Bill Burr looks like me, or I look like Bill Burr. So I said to my mother, why are you asking me this? She goes, I think it might be one of your father's illegitimate children. The father was a traveling musician. This is a true story. I'm not making it up. There's no joke in this. So if you look at both of them, if you ever Google both of them, they look pretty much just the same. Both are now bald. Well, Billy Corgan's been bald for, probably since the late 90s when he cut all the hair off. That's when Smashing Pumpkins were really in their heyday. But to me, it feels like if they ever meet, they're never going to do it outside because they would just burn up in that sun. You know how they both look redhead and it would just look crazy when I think about it. So it's just funny how maybe a theory where both of them look alike, and you never know nowadays. Secrets come out, and boom. All right, so it's that time of year again. I think Mariah Carey has been thawed, and she is out now. Yeah, so that song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. I could go on forever. But her song turned 30 years old this year. She mentioned in a article, an interview, said, well, I don't like to look at that word 30. I think she's 50. There's so many, so many celebrities that are 55 right now. It's crazy. But yeah, that song turned 30 years, and it didn't even feel like it, to be honest with you. And
how many?
30.
No. She's like in her 50s. The song's like in her.
She's 55. That song is 30 years old. And it just doesn't seem like it.
It's sad that I'm as old as those songs or anything.
It's sad that I'm older than that song.
I don't want to talk about how old I am.
I was born in the 80s, but only 3 months left. Speaking of old, sorry, Cher. Cher's got this big book out right now. She is revealing all these damn secrets. It is crazy right now. It's called Cher, the Memoir, Part 1. It's available to buy now, but the second volume will release in 2025. And she's gone all out right now about her marriage to Sonny Bono, and how Sonny Bono had a girlfriend on the side while they were married. She had miscarriages, and Sonny would leave her and go back. She's 78, by the way. She doesn't look like it, but she's 78 years old. And there was a part in the memoir where she mentions that she first met Gene Simmons, you know, the guy from Kiss.
Mhm.
That they met at an event for the former U.S. President Gerald Ford, and she was impressed by the rock singer. And by the end of the evening, Gene drove her home from the event, and they went on a date to see a rock band. And he allegedly flirted with her and her friend. Cher went on to say, "Hey," or get a apologetic call from Gene the following day, but she was not interested in a romantic relationship with him. But then he mentioned, I guess he was maybe drunk or on drugs or something, but he mentioned that he loved her, like literally after one weird date. I guess things were different back then. And you have to wonder this too. Did Gene Simmons use his tongue all night?
Ah.
Was he the one with the tongue, or was it the other?
Yes, Gene
Yes.
Simmons is.
I never, of course, looked, but
Yes.
that was a long tongue from what I remember. Cher and Gene shortly after that began dating after the breakdown of her marriage to songwriter Greg Allman. Remember him from the Greg Allman band. But it looks like Cher went through a lot of different men, and Gene Simmons was one of them. So there's a lot of dirt with that right there. Cher is 78. That's crazy to me. Speaking of celebrities who are 55, Diddy. Well, he was denied bail again for the third time. And that case, his trial, I should say, will be in May of 2025. He'll remain behind bars for all of the different things I cannot say here. But he had a 2-hour court hearing, and the court found that the government has shown clear and convincing evidence that he should not be let. Yeah, he should not be let go, and justice should be served. Just think about it too. I think it was $55 million they offered bail on, but the case against him is too strong. Just think about that. I think it was $55 million, and still he can't get out of it. I would think so. Ice Cube was also 55 years old. There's a theme here. He shared the secret of how he's been married to Kimberly Woodruff 32 years now, which is crazy to think of. He's really out of like the public eye. Like you never see him clubbing. He just released the album as well. But he mentioned how he keeps the marriage going is every day isn't going to be roses. But they have a strong commitment with each other. You got to want it. You got to want to be married. I don't want nobody to have my woman. She's mine. I'm hers. You don't like your mama every day. Someday she gets on your nerves. Someday your brother. Just weird to say. Every day ain't going to be roses. You can't expect that from your spouse. It's all about whether you're a family or not. You got to be willing to give, and there's got to be someone you want to give that time, effort, and love to. I'm having that trouble right now. What'd you say, Chris?
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that's with anybody in the family. You know, it's not gonna be, good moments. There's some bad moments and all that, but you just stick with what's going on, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how they keep it going, but he's again the only time I've seen him is when he's on that Big 3 basketball thing that he owns. But other from that, you never really see him.
He still does Law and Order SVU.
I think you're thinking about Ice-T, not Ice Cube.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's one thing.
Mind.
You know, it's funny. All those rappers, they were once like detectives or officers of something. Like Ice Cube in All About the Benjamins, I think that movie was.
Yeah.
He was a detective. So it's funny to think how that's gone. Machine Gun Kelly got Megan Fox pregnant again. Megan Fox, who shared 3 children with ex Brian Austin Green. I think that's the guy from 90210, I want to say.
Yes.
Yeah, they announced that that they're pregnant again, and the rapper had a funny what do you call it? A funny
Me.
moment to it. By the way, the kids are named Noah, Body, Journey. Why would you name your kid
What?
Journey?
Hey, it's not Northwest.
Exactly.
Southwest. No. What was it? What did he say? And then MGK already has a 15-year-old daughter named Cassie with ex Emma Cannon. So the child support's still going on. But I imagine the baby's going to come out with big thumbs. Don't you think, guys?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't
Move
know.
your thumbs. I can't get out of here.
Oh,
All right, Paris Hilton revealed that she's never had Botox or any cosmetic surgery.
ha!
Do we buy that or
That's a
not?
lie. That's a lie.
Lies. All lies.
She shared her extensive skincare advice from her mom, Kathy Hilton, gave her when she was little, detailed how she's been able to keep her skin young, which is true. You know, I kind of believe it. She's 43, but she looks, like 37. We've seen others like destroy their cheeks literally here and there by Botox, and they look ugly now. I mean, all those female rappers just look awful. But she says, quote, "I feel really proud that I'm all natural. I've stayed out of the sun. I've never done any Botox injectables or surgery. No, nothing."
Lies.
She
Right.
has children. Wow, two babies, I guess. Yeah, Barron and London, Maryland, and her husband is named Carter Rim. That's crazy. So the mom basically gave the advice, "Hey, stay out of the sun," and then taught her this amazing 10-step skincare routine. So she says she's literally been doing this since she was 8 years old. I don't know whether to believe it or not. I just want to.
Lies.
I want to borrow some money. That's all I know. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner. Remember, they used to be together a while. Ben and Jen. They were married from 2005 to 2015. Well, they reunited November 28th. They were serving Thanksgiving meals in LA Skid Row neighborhood. And if you know anything about that, it's not a good-looking place. They probably need a lot of security. But they came together for a good cause, and they actually had a photo together. I know that must be awkward, but I think once you have a lot of money, it just doesn't matter. Anything can happen. But this is like the only time you see celebrities out here, do anything is during the holidays, it seems like. And some unfortunate news. Wendy Williams, the talk show host, she was also on the radio as a talk show host.
Yeah.
She is, quote, permanently incapacitated amid a dementia battle. There's a legal document out there that claims that her health has severely declined following her diagnosis with primary and progressive aplasia and dementia. So it's unfortunate to hear that. I haven't seen her do, her show in a while, but
TMZ did a documentary earlier this year, I think it was, or maybe last year. I can't remember.
About her.
About her.
About her. Yeah, I didn't catch that, but I always wondered why, I haven't seen her in a while, and she was always out there. She was always she was
controversial.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. She was really out there. She wasn't afraid to, ask certain questions I think that others would, or she would ask certain questions that others wouldn't, basically, from what I got to know. So it's unfortunate. Anybody want to hit on any of these topics that I brought up?
No, I think I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
good.
so there was really only one movie that came out this week. I mean, the other ones have really taken off when you think about it. Wicked
What?
and Gladiator 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's two.
I only saw the what do you call it? The Moana 2. How do you say her name?
Moana.
Yeah, Moana.
Yeah, right.
Moana. Okay, I didn't see one, of course, but it came out. I think yesterday. I'm trying to get it up. It's a Disney epic animated musical. It reunites Mona and Maui for an expansive new voyage alongside a crew of unlikely seafarers. It's a lot of words I've never heard of. After receiving an unexpected call from her wayfinding ancestors, Mona must journey to the far seas of Oceania and into dangerous and long-lost waters for an adventure like anything else she's ever faced. Of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's in it. Alan Tudyk is in there as well. You've probably seen him before. And then Nicole Scherzinger, the former lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot?
Yeah, anyway.
Me. Don't you? I haven't seen her in forever, but she lends her voice as Cena. Not that Cena. The Rock is Maui, and then I'm gonna butcher that girl's name, but she plays Mona. Ugalia Carvalho plays Mona. She probably played her in the first one.
And I heard they're making a live action of this movie.
I could see that
type of movie.
I think any Disney movie you could probably put up there.
Lilo and Stitch is making one. Speaking of Disney and animated shows.
Anything to get more money. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 66%. And then, damn it, what's the popcorn sign? I should know that. At 87% is the popcorn popcorn meter, whatever the hell that is. That's one of the other critics machines out there. The movie is an hour 40 minutes. No need to worry. It's PG. Any of you going to see this?
No.
I'm just
No.
Uh,
I watched bits and pieces of the first one, and I'm just kind of like.
So the popcorn.
I mean, The Rock was annoying singing in it.
Thank you.
And I wasn't even fascinated about the first from the little I saw. So no, I'm not going to see the second one.
So the popcorn is the audience.
That's what I figured on this. Of course, I don't have a reason to watch, but all right. So we'll do reels another time because we're coming on here. Yeah. And I have so many that are ready for next week. But let's get to one of our favorite topics, of course. It is the celebrity birthday time. And I never can not get ready for this more than any time else, whatever I'm saying. Randy, you have them?
Yes, I do. All right. So celebrity birthdays for today. We have, and please tell me you guys have seen the Scary Movie franchise.
I never did.
Really?
Remember?
I did.
But anyway, so Anna Faris, who played Cindy Campbell in Scary Movie.
I love her.
She turns 48 today.
Damn.
I remember her in that comedy Mom.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
right. She was in that show too.
Is it weird, guys? I like the mom more than the daughter.
No,
Probably is.
I kind of did too.
I would imagine be looking up at her the whole time, but she's great in her. Oh, you already said the age. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I kind of went ahead of myself there.
No. You know what's crazy? I always thought she should play. If there was ever a Three's Company reboot or a movie or something, she should play Joyce DeWitt. And they would just have to change the color of her hair, and you just get whomever to play Summer Sanders, and you get someone to play John Ritter. I just thought that would be cool. I always thought that she would do well in that. But whatever the case is, anything else?
Anyway, so we also have you guys seen the movie Kindergarten Cop with Arnold
No.
Schwarzenegger?
A long time ago, I did.
Okay,
No, I
well,
have not.
Hey,
well,
man.
the woman that Arnold was undercover watching over because her husband was a psycho. Anyway,
Okay.
her Kathy Moriarty, or I can't pronounce it, but anyway, she's the one that Arnold was watching over, the blonde.
62.
64.
Chris got it.
Damn. All I remember these Arnold prank calls, and it would use quotes from that movie. Can I please speak to the drug dealer of the house? Who is your daddy, and what does he do? I'm a copy idiot.
That's good impression.
That was a terrible impression. But anyway, moving on. Then we have Jennifer Cox, who is Jan Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Wow. Probably 67.
65.
No, both of you are wrong. She's actually 55.
Sorry.
You made her way much older than she is.
You know, I liked the movie. I think it was like 1995, the Brady Bunch movie. Some reason I'll stop and watch that whenever that's on.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
And then we have I don't know if you guys seen like Boogie Nights, Ocean 11, Marvel Universe.
First two, yeah.
Well, we have Don Cheadle.
Oh, hell yeah. I love him.
Yeah, we have him.
Also known as Ice Tray in that one episode of The Fresh Prince. Remember, he comes from Philadelphia and like just ruins everything. Like, he has a thing for Hillary. Oh, I just love that part, or that episode. I think he's probably 58 now.
57.
You're closer, James. 60.
That's right. Remember that viral video, that viral moment? Kevin Hart is interviewing him, I think, and Cheadle mentions his age, and then right away Kevin Hart goes, "Damn."
Is that the one where he's in the ice bath or something like that?
No. It was a different pod or whatever.
And then we have if you guys have seen The Office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Baumgartner.
Oh yeah. What was that dude's name on that show? I forgot.
Kevin Malone.
Yeah. Oh, what was his quote? He said about less words, more time, or whatever. I love that quote. Oh God, I think he's probably 57 now.
58.
No, 52.
Damn.
Sorry.
Then I don't know if you guys seen like, well, I know James has because he's mentioned it before, but Pretty in Pink, Weekend at Bernie's.
Kevin McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy, my bad.
Mike McCarthy.
No, you know what? What movie I love him in is Mannequin.
Yep.
Whenever you mention Andrew McCarthy, that's the first movie I love. I don't even know why. I liked it one day and I'll watch it forever. Shout out Hollywood in that. Oh God, he's on actually, I think there's a Netflix. Oh, what was it? There's a Netflix documentary about like all those casting characters from that time. God, God, they got to be pushing up there towards 60, you would think. I'm going to go 58.
57.
No, 62.
Damn.
We're being too nice, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And then we have the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the games on Sega, Jason Griffith. If any of you guys played Sonic.
I never even knew Sonic talked.
Oh, yeah.
The hell?
Well,
Well, I figured that. 61.
60.
Ouch. Not even.
72.
44.
What if?
Oh,
wow. So he was as a little kid doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
Then,
Lost.
then for the football people, we have Russell Wilson.
Ew. I'm trying to remember what they've. Oh, 35.
Limited years old. I'm just kidding.
11.
Limited. You gotta be limited.
Oh. What'd you say, James?
35.
36.
Chris got it.
Damn it.
He was 35 yesterday. He's 36 today.
Because once he started to do well this year, they kept mentioning 35, and then just like last week, I got deked. Remember last week, y'all got me on that that one question.
Yeah.
It was a trick question.
Then
Oh,
we have
the twins. The twins.
Yeah.
Then we have Stephon Diggs from the Vikings.
I think he's in Houston.
He's
now.
hurt
Yeah.
now, but he's with Houston.
Okay, well he's in Houston now, but
29. No.
28,
31.
James got it.
Yeah, I figured no, he's been around.
And then from the band, the singer for the band Pantera, Terry Lee Glaze.
Glaze. That's a
If
great.
anybody have heard the band Pantera, it's a hard rock band.
Oh yeah, that's a great name to have yesterday, Glaze. I'll say 58.
57.
Actually, he's 60.
Ah, Isn't it crazy?
Fun
How
fact-
everybody. Go ahead. Chris.
I was going to say, fun fact about Pantera. I'm looking it up just to make sure yeah, I got it right. You know the goal song for the Stars?
No,
When they score? It's sung by Pantera.
I gotta. I would hear their hit song. I would have to hear it to know it. I don't even know it.
They're local here, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Chris would know these people because it's wrestling.
Too
But
low, but yes.
we have Dana Brooke.
37?
I won't even guess. I don't even know who that is.
Chris
She's
was close. It's 36.
she's wrestling under Ash by Elegance.
Yeah, in AEW now.
Ash
Yeah.
by Elegance.
Yeah.
It sounds like a perfume.
It does.
And then we have JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield.
He's a millionaire in the stock market. 50?
Not gonna guess, James?
48.
No, 58.
Literally blind right here. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
And then Jerry the King Lawler.
Wow.
There's things I cannot say.
The only reason I know who
60.
that is from that David Letterman episode where he smacks
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman and everything just goes haywire. All planned, by the way, too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think 79.
77.
Chris was closer, 75.
I love that moment.
You
That
should,
was
you should
crazy.
watch the 90s. He was something.
And that's all I have for today, but I do have some for tomorrow. And I hate pronouncing her last name because of the fact I can't. Kaylee Cuoco
Oh, yeah.
Kaylee Cuoco. Penny from Big Bang Theory.
and Charmed.
8 simple rules. I still have a crush on
42.
her.
I might be going way under, but
41.
42.
Nope. 39.
Good.
Oh,
Stay that way. Stay and do more of those hotels.com commercials or whatever. Stay.
Then we have, everybody knows this guy, Ben Stiller.
oh yeah. You see his new commercial?
I think I have.
All I can
What?
all I can remember him is doing SNL, and he was on Celebrity Jeopardy, and he was doing Tom Cruise, and he was just making these weird noises and getting all the answers wrong. Anyway, no, he's got to be. By the way, I think he's back with his wife too, the one from that dodgeball movie. He's got to be 58 now, I think.
59.
Chris got it. Again, he was 58 yesterday.
Oh my god, dude!
No, he's 58 today. He'll be 59 tomorrow. So,
So technically, I'm here.
both of y'all, right? Then, have you guys seen the movie Terrifier 1, 2? The guy who plays Art the Clown, David Howard Thornton.
61.
60.
Not even close. Yeah, you guys don't know who that is.
82.
No, he's turning 45.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
we're sorry.
And then, we have Walter Jones, who was the original Blue Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
damn.
Not the Blue Ranger, I'm sorry, the Black Ranger. I got the colors wrong. The original Black Ranger.
I don't know. I don't watch Power Rangers much. Can you tell?
Probably 50. No, 51.
50.
James is closer. Actually, 54.
I think you could catch most of them at I think they have their own Power Rangers column or something like that. My friends would go to that all the time.
Yeah, they go to Comic Cons all the time.
Yeah, I think he's there.
Then we have Billy Idol.
My mama. I love Billy. 64.
66. 66.
Chris is closer, 69.
Gonna have a fun year. In the midnight hour, she want more.
Then we have Clay Aiken.
American Idol.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
I know.
Oh my god!
you
If
know
I
he
was
was on American
invisible.
Idol.
Oh my god! He had that
What is
one
he-
song. It goes if I was in your room or something like that.
I don't
And it
remember
was a weird set of substances or whatever. It was just weird. If I could be in your room or something like that. But we all remember him from Invincible.
I don't remember from Idol, but okay.
39.
40.
Chris is closer, 46.
Damn. Yeah, time has gone by.
A
Then,
long time.
Yeah.
then from the 80s, Stacy Q, who sang
Two
Two of
of
Hearts.
hearts.
Yep.
2 hearts that beat as one. 2 of hearts. Oh, I found out today that song is actually a remake from the late 70s, and it was much slower. And then they let her sing it, and all of a sudden it became a hit, her lone real big hit, I think it was. People love that song.
There are songs about songs of songs.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I've seen her. Well, not in real life, but on a reel, she was in concert, and I'm trying to judge it by that, but it's tough. The makeup makes it tough, but I'm gonna say 61.
60.
No, actually 66.
I can see that. Yeah, she's pretty certain she's gonna be like, yeah, she'll be in a wheelchair doing all the concerts that she does.
And then two from wrestling. So James, you probably won't know.
Maybe.
Trinity, who as
sounds
Naomi.
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi. Yeah.
45. I have no idea.
44.
She would hate you, James.
I don't know.
32, 37.
36.
Yeah, James was right at 37. And then Christian.
Just Christian?
40. Yeah.
From Edge and Christian.
They had their own little internet talk show and their attack.
Where's the Dudleys? I want to meet the Dudleys. What? 34.
33.
Oh, he would like both of you. Actually, he's turning 51.
Damn.
He still wrestles.
Yeah, he does. In fact, speaking of Christian, I just read today that he wanted to take Captain Charisma and use it, and wanted to copyright it, and WWE said no.
The hell is with all these names?
Because WWE owns
Money.
the copyright of that name of Captain Charisma, and he wanted to take ownership of it, and they said no. So,
Damn, that's
fun fact too, kind of on this trend. John Cena owns his name, but also WWE owns a part of it too.
Yep.
As well as other movies. So when he does the movies, when Cena does the movies, WWE also gets a cut of it.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a weird situation.
And then we have one of baseball greats, Bo Jackson.
Wow.
Or football.
I forgot he was in football.
Football was a hobby for him, he said. That's what's crazy to me. Still rides his bike, does archery. He's still out there down in Bama. Oh God, I want to say 62.
63.
Yep, 62.
The only reason I somehow got that, I was trying to think like, okay, he was 22 when he was drafted by. Or no, he was 21 when he was drafted by the Tampa Bay Bucks, but he didn't want to play football, so he went to go play baseball with the Kansas City Royals. So somehow, again, I added the years up and happened to be, 39.
And then the last one I wrote down, I didn't have any more for tomorrow, but I did write one for Sunday because this one is a big one. But Bette Midler.
Wow. The wind beneath my wings.
And in Hocus Pocus. And
I've never seen that. There's a lot I haven't seen.
Good thing for streaming.
Yep.
She was hot for a while, sure.
Ugh.
Dragon Bear's like, I don't know.
No.
She had the other song too. I cannot remember what the hell it was, but
The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia.
No, I thought that was Vicki Lawrence.
That was Vicki Lawrence. Never mind.
She looked good too after a while, but not anymore,
Really
of course.
bad.
Mama's Family. I always remember that show. Oh God, I'm gonna say 73.
72.
No, actually 79.
Damn it!
On Sunday, she will be
Wah, wah.
79 years old.
Let me say this: I figured she would leave the country by now.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought a lot of celebrities would, but they haven't. But all right, and that's all the birthdays.
All right. Before we go on to other things, we have some great comments by my main man, Damien, also known as Halo Joe. He mentions when we were talking about Disney, the magical woke kingdom. He also mentions, "Hey, I'm 48. Watch that, damn!" Just like that interview with Kevin Hart and Don Cheadle. Also, for that Three's Company reboot, he mentions Samuel Jackson to be Jack Tripper. I don't know if that would work. A lot of MFers in that moment. 1994 was that one thing, I think. The War Machine was something. And then I think Ducky refers to Mannequin, I want to say. And also the guy who was the lieutenant that was in Police Academy was the head of the security at the mall in the movie Mannequin, and the dog was named Rambo. That was funny. And then Hollywood was a favorite character of his in that movie Mannequin. And walk, I guess, instead of running. I don't know what that was referring to. He also mentions there was never a Brown Ranger so offensive. I didn't even think about that. Anyone Mexican on that Power Rangers? I can't remember. There was an Asian, black, white,
African American, and then the rest were white.
Well, that makes sense. He also mentions everyone's favorite fire crouch. I don't know who's that referring to. Yes, Bo Jackson was once a California Angel for, I think, 60-something games in 1994. And then, that's it. The movie Wind Beneath My Wings was from the soundtrack of Beaches. Of course, I've never seen the movie, but also Pretty in Pink. So let's get to our 10 or less segment here. And since it was just Thanksgiving, let's get into our top 10 activities we or you may do on Thanksgiving. Could be whatever, literally whatever. Start with Randy.
Well, this list is very short because there are only 2 things that I do on Thanksgiving. Actually, I guess 3, depending on if I have to work or not. But there's only 3 things that I ever really do on Thanksgiving, and that's watch football, eat food, and drink beer.
Damn it, Giants. Almost had that yesterday. Crispy bacon.
Dare you say that? I'm just going. Watch football, spend time with family, eat food, watch football, probably take a nap, depending on the situation. Sometimes spoiling with family, but so that's mine.
Okay, there's so many ones that I have right now, but work would be 1. Eat is 2. Drink, not only water, soda, but also mixed drinks, beer, everything like that. Really missed my time with the family this year. We would do that all the time. Party all the time. Watch the football games that were going on. Saw some of the Macy Day Parade for the youngsters in the morning. There's 5 there. Another one I like to do is gossip about friends or family. I mean, when you get everybody there, like your cousins that you only see like twice a year or something like that, and they talk about their life experiences, it's just awesome. What else? Set fireworks off. That's a LA thing, I think, but that's something that's always going on. Watch families fight. I guess you could throw that in as gossip, but that's always something. Watch movies.
Turkey-
That's always a thing
Turkey
later
Bowl.
on at 9. And yeah, 10 would be the Turkey Bowl. I did that last 2 years, but playing softball. But this year I had to work. Oh no, I did both softball and football up in Los Angeles, but I had to work this year, so I couldn't be able to do it. And yes, Damien got my reference about Eddie Murphy. Party all the time. So let's go to another top 10 list. It is our favorite actors and the movies they've been in. Tobey Maguire, you can see I went down the Spider-Man list 1 and 2. But I couldn't really think of anybody else. So Tobey Maguire, I know he hasn't been in much that I know of, but I'll try to mention some of them. Of course, Spider-Man 1 and 2 I've seen. Let's go with Seabiscuit. I've seen that one. And then Pleasantville. I actually really like that movie. It's really shocking, but I really did. Empire Records. I remember him in that as well. Other from that, guys, I don't know him in much else. Do you guys remember him in anything else that you've seen?
Tobey Maguire,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mentioned 1 and 2.
Well, he was in all 3.
Oh, he's in all 3. I didn't see 3.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Let's see. Not that I see, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Just
How about you,
the-
Ren?
Okay, I have, of course, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I like 3 because I like Venom. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yep. And actually, that's all I have for him because I think he's an over actor, and so I really don't. I try not to watch much of his stuff.
When you say over actor, what does that mean?
Like he
Never heard it.
overacts, like he puts too much into his acting in the movies, and I don't know. I really don't care much for him. I just think he acts too hard, or I don't know. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I don't know. I don't know. There's just something about him that makes me think he acts way too hard.
Friend Damien mentions Hot to Trot, but I've never seen that.
I've heard that. I see it like as an expression, but not as a movie.
I've seen another movie like that, but it had the same title, but it was a different movie. Anyway,
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Sarah mentions I missed it. Who is it? And yeah, Tobey Maguire.
I think he's a dork anyway.
Him or Eric Foreman? Which one do you hate more? Topher Grace.
I do not. I would have to say Tobey Maguire. I can't stand more than Topher Grace.
I put them both almost in the same category, but Topher Grace. He just he's very annoying. That's all I remember about him. Our actress is Kristen Dunst, and
Kirsten.
Kristen Dunst.
No, it's pronounced Kirsten, James.
Kirsten.
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 Kirsten Dunst. Kristen.
Yes.
Kristen Dunst. Damien mentions also show me the money. Tobey Maguire, Jerry Maguire. Not the same person, but the same last name. And Sarah likes Topher. There was that one movie, it was like Win a Date with
Tad Hamilton.
Todd yeah. I always wanted to watch that, but I never ever did. So Kirsten Dunst. Wait, whatever. I like her in Anastasia, and then in Small Soldiers, I had a huge crush on her. Yeah, she was amazing in that. Damien says same father.
Tad Hamilton, not Ted, but Tad. Yeah.
I thought it was Tad.
Yeah.
The movie Dick, when it was about Richard Nixon. Bring It On, which I've never seen, but I've heard of that movie, of course. And Spider-Man 2, of course. And by the way, I read that she was paid so low compared to I almost said Topher Grace, to Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2. Like a big disparity between what they got paid in that movie. I actually saw this movie called Wimbledon with her. Didn't see Marie Antoinette, but I heard she did great in that. Anchorman 2, I don't remember her in that or Hidden Figures. But in Civil War, it was like she hadn't done anything in so long. And I've been wanting to see that movie with her, but I haven't yet. Because we're all living in a civil war, it seems like. But I do want to watch that with her. So that's mine. How about you, Randy? Kirsten Dunst. How about that?
There you go.
There we go.
Dragon Viper?
Oops, sorry, I was on mute. Anyway. But no, the Spider-Man movies, Mona Lisa Smile. I did watch Bring It On again, or Bring It On. She was in Jumanji. I like,
she was.
Movie. Yeah, she was one of the two younger children.
Oh, that's right. I haven't seen that in years.
And then Interview with the Vampire. She was on that too.
Chris, how about you?
Yeah, you named pretty much all of the list, but I'll give you one I don't think you guys mentioned. And it was basically the 2015 TV series Fargo.
Never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard of it. I just never watched it, but I think it was an FX.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would hear about it, but I've never actually watched it. I didn't know she was in it. And then Damien mentions, kind of off topic, but what do you guys think of that new Nosferatu film coming out? And I'm going to look that up because I don't even know what the hell that is. Nosferatu. That looks like a German word.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that meant.
I don't either.
It looks like a horror movie. It's an ancient Transylvanian vampire. I gotta watch how I say that trans word. Stalks a haunted young woman in 19th century Germany. It's a remake of I just saw that right now. A remake of a 1922 silent film, but hopefully it's not like A Quiet Place where it's
a vampire movie.
Silent vampire, yeah. Hopefully without the Twilight aspects.
Be like Count Dracula or something.
No, that's something else. I've never heard of it, Damien, but I'd go watch it with somebody, but I don't think I would watch it, but it's a tranny fire movie. It sure is during that time. Yeah, Damien, it sure is during that time. So this one, we got to go back a little bit. Well, not you, Chris, but I guess me and just Randy, I guess. But because I never went to my proms. I never went to any of the proms or any dances in high school. But Randy, what is some songs out of this 10 or less item that you can think of that you've had for prom?
I did go to prom a couple times, and to be quite honest, my memory is shot. You had me thinking about all these songs that could have possibly have been played. So here's my list of songs that were probably played at the prom. Especially, because I went the last time I went, I was a senior in high school, and they were playing mostly early 2000 songs as well as 90s songs. Mm-hmm. So here's what I wrote. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith, mm-hmm. Faithfully by Journey, Careless Whisper by George Michael. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion. The Macarena by Los Del Rio. Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Here's to the Night by Eve 6. All My Life by Casey and JoJo. God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You by NSYNC. And then I had a few others. You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. All Star by Smash Mouth. And Don't Speak by No Doubt.
That's a good ass list for any generation. I can say that. Chris, did you go to your proms?
I went to two junior and senior year. I can't remember the songs that were played, but kind of like what Dragon Viper was doing with his list, was kind of picking out songs that could be played at prom. You got Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love. A couple of those kind of songs, and of course party songs like the songs that you can dance to and you can follow along to. I can't think of
Party Rock Anthem. What's that Lil Jon song, Get Low? There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. So that's kind of my list.
When you mention Elvis, all of a sudden I want to try to impersonate him again, but
Oh.
Hi. So from the stories I've heard from people that went to prom, All For One was probably a big prom group, I guess, because they had songs like I Swear and I Could Love You Like That. Throw in what's that group name? Color of Love, or All For Love, that one group, I forgot. Color Me Bad. So that's probably one group you could think of. I'll Be by Edwin McCain, excuse me. Don't Miss a Thing. That's always something from Aerosmith. After that, I don't know what the newer kids listen to. Is probably the same thing. But I think instead of dancing now, they're probably just all on their phones or whatever. And they just happen to be on the floor.
Well, you also had Boys to Men also.
Oh yeah, you could put a whole list of Boys to Men songs. It's just amazing. I think the difference now. Like, for instance, I saw the club scene when I was going. Everybody was like dancing. Now everybody just stands around on their phones. It's a bunch of dudes out there. It's a sausage fest. Nobody's literally dancing to anything. But the music you can't even dance to anyway. But it's just funny how time changes. I wish I could go back in time. But, yeah. We're way past the hour mark. We'll get to trivia probably next time, guys.
Sounds good. Definitely been a long week.
Before we go, Damien mentions he remembers dancing to I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. He's killed himself. Oh, man. Has anybody heard the Dolly Parton version of that song, and which one do they like more?
Dolly Parton did it before Whitney Houston.
Do you like that version, or do you like the Whitney version?
I like both.
Yeah, I think Whitney did it a little better. That's another topic for another day. Like remakes that were done better than the original. That's a plethora of a list right there. I can tell you that much. All right, Damien says Dolly. That's his vote. Thank you, Damien, for watching. Sarah as well, and a host of hopefully others who watched the show tonight. Thank you for all watching in. We'll get to the final thoughts. Chris, what's your final thoughts?
Thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. If you are watching the Georgia Tech game, it is in.
I know 40-40.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. But thanks y'all for watching, tuning in.
Damien would,
week.
yeah, and me and Chris, of course, will be on Morning Tailgate this Sunday, previewing that Week 13 NFL action. Damien with a Whitney joke on the way out, going out on a high note is Damien. Dragon Viper, what's your final thought?
Yeah, it's like what was said. Thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for commenting. And I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving last night, and I hope everybody has a good night and a good weekend.
I'm just bloated from last night. That just sounds weird. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. It's how do you say your name again? Kristen.
Kirsten.
I'll get it right someday. All right, everybody take care. Thank you for watching Entertainment Hour. We'll see you next week. Later, folks.